What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone 2 Kappa Mode. Oh yeah, guys. So here we are in the last millennium once again. We got a new cow here, our tectonic petroleum cow. We have two of them, but we only needed one of them so we could get ourselves a bucket of tectonic petroleum. So yes, off camera, I went ahead and I started going through the alpha quests here, and we needed a bucket of that stuff for this particular quest. Yeah, just a retrieval task, so nothing crazy. So I went ahead, I put our cow out there since we had one of those. Yep, and got a bucket of that stuff. So yeah, a lot of this stuff, like I said before, the magnetic craft stuff, this is usually earlier game things. It feels very similar. A lot of the stuff feels very similar to immersive engineering. There are some differences to it, but it's got like power poles and transformers and things like that, right? So I mean, it's kind of early game stuff. We did a little bit of the immersive engineering. I don't know. I just feels like this is one of those mods that you don't really need to go over because you've already done it before. Anyway, I just went and I crafted all the things that need to be crafted. I retrieved the things that need to be retrieved. Some of these, like, or I guess pretty much all the stuff from Magnetic Craft, really, you can EMC. And since we have the Tome of Knowledge, I was able to EMC a lot of that stuff and just pull it directly out of our transmutation tablet, right? So yeah, some of those had to be crafted. Some of those I could just pull out of the table. We just needed, yeah, the retrieval, just the items in order to complete the quest. So we did that. So anyway, there is all of these quests claimed. So let me get out. Okay, you know what? Cows. Seriously? Seriously. Let's go back to the base here. So yes, we have a lot of chests, a lot of loot chests that we can open up here. Let's go ahead and put some of this stuff away, clear our inventory out, and we're gonna go through some of these chests here. So there's a walrus, a music disc. We get a cooking for blockheads. You know, the cooking for blockheads, was there even a reason for us to use that mod in this mod pack? I don't think there was any quest for that. It's just an optional thing that we could have done. I don't think we even touched it at all. Tape measure. Some foci. I think we got that last episode, didn't we? Printing press, typesetting table. We get automatic hammer. A lot of early game stuff. Some packing tape for moving our storage drawers, and then more foci. Okay, so those are the alpha quests, right? Very first section. Not expecting anything great from there, but I think there's always a chance you could get something really crazy good out of those. So the alpha section is now 100% done. This one right here, we've already done this before. This gives you an extra life. And again, this is a repeatable quest, right? So it says complete, but it's blue like we have claimed rewards. It says unclaimed on it. Yeah, but there's nothing to claim here. We've already done that before. Beta section, done. This one right here, again, this is a repeatable one. We've already done it. Gamma section, done. Delta section, all done. This, we could only do either the Ender IO jetpacks or the thermal expansion. We did the thermal expansion route, which keeps these completely locked out. So this section is completely done now. Epsilon section, yes, we completed that a little bit while ago. This has all the demon steel in it. Zeta section. Okay, so this section here does require us to do some stuff. Our solar flux panels. The Eta section, though, I did go through and I made all these different discs and stuff. We had pretty much every one of these things already in auto craft. So I crafted up the component, then I put the component with the housing, and then we completed the quest. And I took the housing apart and used that component for the next one, and so on and so forth. So we should have some of these 40,096, and then we already had some of the 16,384s for those. The spatial ones, I don't think you can take those apart. Yeah, I don't think you can, but I did make these guys as well. Shift right click does nothing on those. I think once you craft them, they're done. Like, you can't uncraft them, you can't take them apart. So those are pretty much done. So we have a bunch more quests here. I'll claim those in a little bit. Our Theta section here, yeah, we have the EMC coin quest to do, and then the modular storage. Both of those really are not important, but we still got to get the quest done, right? So that's something we're going to be doing. So back to the Zeta section, let's go ahead and start working on these solar panels. So a crafting task, it wants us to craft one solar panel, tier 1. Solar panel. Is it I or 1? I don't know. Solar flux, it must be I. Okay, Roman numerals. So these components are all EMCable, but we do have to craft it. So I guess I'll just do some of this by hand here. Very easy stuff. Machine housing, I think we already have that in the system. There we go. There's a solar panel, tier 1. All right, so that one's done. Next quest, solar panel, tier 2. Each one of these produces more and more power, but yeah, we don't really need any of these early game ones other than the fact that we have to craft them for this task. Is that a crafting or retrieval task? This is a crafting task. Okay, so we will make ourselves a tier 2. So we need to make some more of these mirrors. There's that. And then we needed some solar panel 1s, which we can just grab right here. Solar panel I. Let's grab a stack of those. Okay, so now we got a stack of those. We should be able to craft this, no problem. Solar panel 2. Nice. Okay, so next one is a solar panel 3. This is a crafting task as well. Solar panel 3 requires some solar panel 2s, a machine base, golden chipset, photovoltaic cell 1. Okay, let's grab some of those. Photovoltaic cell. So grab a stack of these, and these. That'll just make our life easier for trying to craft these things going forward. Okay, so there is... Oh, you know what? I guess I need some solar panel 2. Solar panel II. Okay, so we'll grab a stack of those, and here we go. There is a solar panel tier 3. Nice. Okay, so moving on. Solar panel 4. Same thing. Tell you what, let me go ahead and finish up the rest of these things unless there's anything interesting happening here. And we'll be right back, guys. Oh my goodness, guys. So getting through some of these quests here, these were kind of a pain. We still have one left to do, the solar panel 11. So the way this works is all the way up until I think it was 5, you could EMC some of these, and then, or maybe it was 4. And then from 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to making 8, you had to craft those. So I did set up patterns in our applied energistics here. So if I do solar panels, yeah, you can see we have like all of them in the system now. So I can tell the system to craft these should we need to, but we don't need to craft all of those. So yeah, if we go back here, solar panel. Yeah, so solar panel 3 has EMC, 4 does not, 5 does not, 6, 7, 8 does, but in order to make 8, we have to have, you know, 4 7s. So we have to make a bunch of 7s, which require diamond chipsets. I think the 6s required quartz. 5s required quartz. There's somewhere in here that required gold. Yeah, these required gold, so I had to make a bunch of gold chipsets. Those are not EMCable. Anyway, so we got all these things done. I got all the way up to making 10. 11 is the next one we have to make, and that requires an infinity star. It requires 4 solar panel tier 10s, and then some of these solar panels from mechanism generators. These do not have EMC, so we do have to craft these. I don't think we have those on auto craft. Oh, you know what? We do for mechanism generators right here. I have those for something. Maybe we made those auto crafts a while ago so we can make the other solar panels from mechanism. I'm not sure. Anyway, so we got those done. And then we need to get ourselves an infinity star. So let's do that. There it is. Solar panel tier 11. That's only 4 million EMC per solar panel. Nice. So this solar panel here, this generates about a little over a quarter million RF per tick. So 4 of those is a million RF per tick. Our nuclear reactor, our big reactor down here that runs off Yellorium, this thing makes like about 1 million RF per tick, I think, at maximum. So yes, we could decommission this thing, put 4 of those solar panels in the mining world, chunk load that, and then, yeah, that's one less thing we have to worry about. Now, there is another tier above the tier 11. There is a tier 12, which does not have EMC. It makes 500,000 RF per tick, which I think it just makes more sense just to craft 2 of these, the tier 11s, right? It makes 500,000 RF per tick, and it requires the Chaos Catalyst. So unless we come across a quest that requires us to make this, I don't think we're going to be making this. I think it makes a lot of sense to take these tier 11s, just make a whole bunch of them. We could make, I don't know, 30 of those, put them in the mining dimension, have it all connected to a tesseract that feeds into a battery. I think that just makes the most sense. So when we have to do our next power upgrade, or if we need a lot more power for something, this is the way we're going to do it going forward, I think. Also, there's all these different upgrades that we have for these. Let's set this down. Yeah, if you right click on there, you got spots for all these different things. So you have like low light upgrade, which I think allows us to work dusk and dawn. Otherwise, it only works really well at noon or something. I can't remember exactly how these solars work. It's got something like that. There's transfer rate upgrades that you can make it so it transfers more power RF per tick. Machine transversal upgrade, I think, well, it distributes energy to one additional connected machine. Okay, yeah, so by default, it's only outputs to one machine. If you put that in there, you can put 2 machines on there. But you could also put this onto like a conduit, like a cryo-stabilized conduit, just pipe that into a tesseract, and like we're gonna be doing in the future. So that doesn't really matter. There's efficiency upgrades, there's capacity upgrades. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. So it looks like, I'm not sure why that just now started. Oh, looks like the moon's going down. Oh, okay. Well, I guess maybe the low light level allowed it to kick in and start making power now. So yes, we are generating a little bit of power. Now we're making negative power. We're at negative 6% efficiency. What? I'm not sure what's going on with this thing. Anyway, so you can see there's a lot of different customizations you can do with that. If we ever set these up, like I said, I'll be like in the mining world, and we'll probably stick on a cryo-stabilized flux duct so we can just get the maximum transfer and then send that all into a tesseract. But for right now, we can go ahead and just reclaim all of our EMC from these things, because we can always pull them back out of our transmutation tablet. Okay, so now that those are all done, we should be able to go through and claim those rewards. What is that, the Zeta section? Yeah, and that is it for that section. So that is one more section of our quest book completed. We are one step closer to 100%ing this mod pack, which is awesome. Yeah, the first step is to 100% the quest book, and then after we're done with that, I do believe there is another set of quests called the Simple Achievements. I believe that is the final thing that's in the very last section of this quest book. And that has a bunch of like optional quests. I'm not sure if we're going to go ahead and do all those or not. We might do that. Just depends. I don't remember. Some of them are like really crazy. Some of them aren't so bad, but yeah, there might be a point where I'm like, I don't know if I want to finish every single one of those. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But anyway, let's open up some of these chests here. There's another lubricant bedrockium drum. How many of those is that we got? Is that our third one? I think it might be. Those printed circuit boards are pretty good. Elite bin, red matter stuff, cooking for blockheads, soapy water. All right. Heart glass. We get some more walruses, or walrite if you prefer. Teleporter frames from Mechanism. Elevators from Open Blocks. And finally, velocity and efficiency lenses from Botania. Cool. All right, so we'll put all of this stuff away once again, and let's go ahead and take a look at the quest book one more time. Let's see what else we got here. So we should be done all the way to Zeta. So the Eta section here. Okay, so we have all of these to claim. Looks like these are just going to be chance cubes, right? Okay, so nothing special. That's got an extra life. Oh, okay, so this one does have loot. I think all the ones leading up to this bottom one have just chance cubes, right? Let me take a look. Yeah, that's just a chance cube. That's just a chance cube. Okay, so what about these over here? Loot chests? Is that a loot chest as well? Okay, so we got those. So fluid interface. Yeah, we made this one a while ago. I think we're using these in the last millennium. I did make the fluid assembler. So with the fluid assembler, you can craft things that require liquids as long as they're stored in the ME system, or you have a storage bus on a drum or whatever in the, yeah, just in the world or whatever, somewhere attached to the ME system. So yeah, you can do crafting with that, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, it looks like these things are just going to be chance cubes. Is this one? Oh, that's got a loot chest on it as well. Okay, so I think these are just chance cubes. I'll clean those off camera. So let's open a few more of those. We got a core sample drill, chaos catalyst. Hey, that's really awesome. So we could make that tier 12 right now if we wanted to, but I don't think there's a reason to at the moment. Let's keep going. ME security terminal. I think that might be one of the best items we've gotten so far from the rewards, now that I think about it. At least the most expensive item. All right, so structure. We get a fleeting stone. More chance cubes. We get an unbreakable wand, 64 block maximum. 8 creative tool modifiers. Again, we've gotten this one. That's our second one, so we have 16 of those now, which is awesome. And then some horse armor. All right, so we can go and clean the inventory up one more time here. Yeah, that chaos catalyst, that's really awesome. Okay, So now that we got that done, this one's done. The ADA section is pretty much done. We'll just claim those later. So moving on, let's continue with the theta section. So EMC coin, alchemical coin mill. That's a crafting task. So the alchemical coin mill, I think this is, yeah, this is an ether add-on for Project E. So let's go ahead and make one of those. It seems pretty inexpensive. Okay, so we can just set that down. So 2 ether coins are required to create alchemical coin. You currently have 0. So the ether coins, where do you get those? Here. I guess my coins got reset at some point. Yeah, we had coins. You get those just from killing monsters in the ether, right? So I guess with this, you'd like shift right click on it, right click on it, and it would just pop out coins that are EMCable for the coins you get in the ether. Okay, well, that's too bad we can't look at it now. I guess if we did that earlier on in the mod pack, we could have checked it out. Anyway, we'll just claim our chance icosahedron. So modular storage, it wants us to craft one of those. All right, so let's take a look at that. Let me get off this tab. Modular storage. These are kind of cool for earlier game. You can store a lot of things in there on the modular storage cards. Let's craft that up. We need a chest. And just pre-craft up like 10 more of those. Should be fine. Cool. All right, so there's a modular storage. Quest complete. So we will take a loot chest. So now it wants us to make the storage module and then storage capabilities. I'm not sure what that one is. So this wants us to make the 1, 2, and 3. Those are retrieval tasks. I'm not sure if they're EMCable. They absolutely are, if I can spell module correctly. So we can just do it this way and speed up the process. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we retrieved those. We can claim this one. And then finally, our storage capabilities wants us to get a dimlet storage module. Okay, I didn't know there was one of these. That would probably be better than what we've done before with the other things, with the filing cabinets. I don't know how many dimlets you can store in one of those. Interesting. Okay, so there's the ore dictionary storage module and the generic storage module. Let's check this out. So a storage module tablet. I don't think that was one we needed. We needed generic storage. Actually, are those not EMCable? Hold on a second. Dimlet storage or dictionary. Okay, let me look. Storage module. I think the generic one we got, right? Yeah. So the dimlet storage module. Okay, well, that's easy enough for us to craft. Let's just craft that up. And then the ore dictionary storage module. We need an iron ore. So iron ore, all of that ore that we are collecting is appearing in, I think, this interface over here. So there's some iron ore. I grabbed it before it got sent to the induction smelter with the sand like we've been doing. Okay, so we can just put iron ore there, and there's our ore dictionary one. So that should complete that quest, I do believe. Shouldn't it? Detect submit? There it is. Okay, so that quest is now complete. That is going to give us a loot chest. And that completes this section here. Now, I am kind of curious, though. This modular storage with the dimlet storage. Let me take a look at this. So modular storage by default, this is what it looks like. You have to put one of these upgrades in there or one of these storage cards. Then you can see we have an amount of stacks. We can do up to 100. So does the dimlet one go here? Here. Ah, okay. So you do a 3. And then you can upgrade with the dimlets, and then somehow it knows the dimlets are different. I think. I don't know. Maybe we should take this over. Maybe we should take this over to our dimlet area and just kind of see how this thing works. Maybe this is the best way to do it. I mean, it's from the same mod, right? So it makes sense. I just grab a whole bunch of these out of here and stick them into this thing. Okay, so I'm not sure what the dimlet storage does. This module extends a module storage block with dimlet specific capability. So if I take this out, okay, yeah, I don't know what the dimlet specific capabilities are. All right, so if I press, oh, you can sort on dimlet type, sort on dimlet rarity, sort on name, on count, on dimlet. Okay, so that's interesting. Unknown dimlet. Something is wrong with that one. Oh, that's kind of cool. All right, so yes, this does add a little bit more functionality to that. I assume we can put a storage bus on this thing and then have the same functionality as we have down here. Now, the only thing is, I don't know how much one of these filing cabinets holds compared to like one of these dimlet storage things. I know that this will hold up to 300 different stacks of items, whether that be single stack items, like 300 unique types. Think Applied Energistics, so you can only hold 63 types on a disk. This will hold 300 types as long as it's up to a stack of that, right? Anyway, so yeah, we can grab a bunch of these things, I guess, and dump them all into here if we wanted to. But I don't know if it's better keeping it the way we had it already or doing it this way. I just don't know. This is kind of cool though. And then you can also sort and search on this thing. So if we want to just desert, we can sort by that. Well, I tell you what, I am going to take a moment here because I'm just gotta check this out myself. I want to take all of the dimlets out of all of these things and try and put it into here and just see how that works. If it's any better or worse, we'll be right back. Well, all right, guys, I've been playing around with this for a little while now, just trying to see if this was better or worse than using the filing cabinets. I mean, it seems like it's better because it actually shows the items with the names and you can search on them and things like that, where you can't really do that too well in the filing cabinet. This does work with a storage bus and you can use pipes to pipe in and out of this thing. So I had a couple item conduits piping out of here into here, and then I kind of like compress everything down. So we were able to get rid of one filing cabinet. I think we have about, I think this stored about 1.5 filing cabinets worth of stuff. Anyway, we have way more dimlets than we have can go into one of these. I think we'd need 2 or 3 of these for all the storage. Anyway, I was messing around with the storage scanner here. The storage scanner, you can scan nearby inventories and search on them and try and find things. So if I want to find planes, for instance, it'll tell me it's in the modular storage, and you can double click it to highlight this. So if we search planes here, we can see that all the things that say planes on it is in this particular thing. That's also on a storage bus, so we can go into our Applied Energistics and see planes here as well. Anyway, it's just kind of cool, something interesting and different. I didn't make a second one of these, but I didn't put the upgrades in there yet. I guess we can do that. I wasn't sure if I was going to hook these up or not, but honestly, I don't know. I think it's fine with the filing cabinets hooked up to Applied Energistics anyway, so we might just leave it at that. Okay, so going back to our quest section here, yeah, the modular storage is all done. Oh, actually, I took these things out of my inventory a moment ago, so I had some free spots. I was moving those dimlets around manually, and then I decided I could use item conduits to do that, and I changed the method I was doing that. But anyway, I wanted stuff out of my inventory so I could shift click the dimlets in and then out without having to worry about it. So we did get 3 loot chests from those quests. Let's pop these. So we get a security desk, ME security terminal. We get flat lamp tinted glass read, and finally efficiency and velocity. Okay, so getting a lot of the duplicate things for our rewards. Let's move on. So all of the quests are done all the way up until here. Iota. All right, so this wanted us to do a turbine. Yeah, we had to make a turbine controller. That was the last bit of this that we never did before. So the turbine controller is made with a reactor controller, which is EMC-able. Demon Steel is 6 EMC, and everything else, everything here is EMC, to be honest. So let's take a look. What do we need in order to make that? We need 2 6th and 1 reactor controller. Okay, so easy stuff to do here. Let's grab a reactor controller. And, oops, click in here. 6, we need 2 of those. There we go, easy. All right, so now we should be able to make this guy no problem. Yeah, is it gonna work? Is that the man detect? There it goes. I guess that would detect it. Oh, that was just a retrieval task anyway. Did that have EMC? Oh, we could have just EMC'd that. I didn't realize. I thought that was a crafting task. Okay, well, it's a retrieval task. Anyway, so we got that particular quest done. We can claim that loot chest. Yet another section done. So the last, or I guess the first section that we have quests available now is the Kappa section. So we could start looking at some of these, like a destruction catalyst. This is a retrieval task. I don't remember, is that that is EMCable, and that costs 18.5 thousand EMC. Done. So I think you have to charge this up. How do you do that? You press C, right click. There's some button in here. Maybe if we go to controls, is there a Project E section? I expect there is. Project E, change mode, charge V. Yeah, there we go. So depending on the charge of this thing, I think you could do different things. Let's go to the mining world real quick. Actually, wait, this is the destruction catalyst. I was confusing this with the Philosopher's Stone, which we can go into the mining world with as well. Let's do that. Mining world. So yeah, you charge up the Philosopher's Stone the same way, pressing V. If you right click on the ground, or I guess if we look at the ground, we can see that it does a bigger and bigger area. We can right click and change it to sand if we want to. And change it back to grass. Yeah, there's some cool things you can do with this. I don't think that costs anything to do. That's just, you have the Philosopher's Stone and you can exchange things like that, right? I don't know if, does that work on grass? No, it doesn't look like it. Now there's a way to uncharge it, maybe shift. Yeah. So shift plus V undoes a charge up for the Philosopher's Stone. We can put that back away. I don't want to lose that. So the destruction catalyst, I don't remember how this works. Do you need like gunpowder or something on your person? Let's try that. I think it works like a mining tool, but you might need some. Oh yeah, okay. So wow, look at that. So that made a ball that had like all these different items in there, and that goes all the way down. What is that, like 16 blocks? Something like that. That's quite impressive. I think that just uses up a little bit of gunpowder per time. So we have 52. Is that not using gunpowder at all? I'm not sure how that's working then. I thought I was using some gunpowder. Okay, let's take those out of our inventory. So that's a kind of cool way that you can do a little bit of mining, I suppose. I think you can go and build tunnels too. Yeah, it does use gunpowder. We're now down to 46 of that. And I like how all the items go into that little orb. You collect that, and then all the items get changed into what they would have been in your inventory. Oh, got some oil coming down. Should probably close that up just so we're not dealing with that nonsense. And go ahead and close this up. All right, so that'll fix itself. All right, so yeah, that thing is pretty cool. It's not a thing that we're going to get much use out of in this mod pack because, once again, we do have the Draconic Staff of Power where we could do, like, what was it, a 9x9x9 hole, like instant mine with one click, and then it's got like filter options on it. Anyway, yeah, this thing would be cool if we were using Project E by itself or whatever, but we're not. All right, so let's put these stuff away once again. Let's open our loot chest. What do we get here? Witherproof blocks. All right, so we had to use those before for something. I can't remember, maybe the Chaos Catalyst or something. So Destruction Catalyst, we can claim that. Let's pop the reward. Essence blocks, nice, nice. All right, so we had another couple of quests here. One to make the Morningstar and one to make the Katar. So Morningstar and Katar, those are retrieval tasks, I do believe. So we can just EMC both of those. So let's do that now. Morning. Oh, maybe you can't do that. Are those not EMCable? Morningstar, or was I just typing it wrong? No, that is EMCable, but it's like 2 billion EMC. Oh my goodness. So we have to do 10th. Okay, so it is 5/10 plus a red matter sword, red matter hammer, red matter shovel. Okay, so let me grab some 10ths. One. We can grab one. Okay. Let's grab some nether stars then. I guess we're going to have to feed our systems of nether stars here in order to get this going. Oh, you know what? The nether stars don't really produce that much. Maybe we should grab some demon steel. Yeah, we're still making the singularities in the last millennium. And yeah, we don't have very many in stock because a lot of the ones that we have are going into that auto crafting to make this, and then they're filling up the Dire Auto crafting table. Let's just take a look back in the last millennium real quick. All right, let's go see what we got going on over here. So yeah, we are not making enough demon steel at this point in time to keep all these things going, only a few of these things going. So I should probably, how do we turn this thing off? Maybe I can just unclick this for the time being. I mean, we have 256 of the eternal singularities. I think we're good for a little bit, right? And then we should have, yeah, we have another stack here, and then we have like half a stack or so worth more that we could do. I think we might be good on that for a minute. Okay, so we'll let the demon steel collect. I'll make the demon steel the 10th out of that, and then we will make our Morningstar. Well, all right, guys, that was very simple, very, very quick to get these things going. These tools are all EMC-able, right? So we just got those, and then, yeah, the amount of demon steel that we're collecting right now is pretty good. I accidentally told the system to craft something. It's making a bunch of these demon steel at first, and I canceled that. Anyway, so there is our red Morningstar here, and then we can put all the stuff in the crafting grid here to make our Katar. And there it is. Cool. So there is both of those tools done. That should complete the other quests as well, I do believe. They're both just retrieval tasks. All right. So I believe the Morningstar is just a weapon, and the Katar, you put a hoe, shears, and something else in there, so maybe it does all of the stuff that those particular items do. I don't know. Not something that we really need. Okay, it says a really powerful red matter multi-tool that can take down enemies in an area of effect. Ah, so it has an AoE. And the Morningstar says really powerful matter that can dig really large holes. Ah, okay. Hold on a second. Whoops. So this, I think the description of those got reversed, right? I could see this one digging holes and not being an area of effect, although I'm not really sure. Shears, axe, and a hoe. Anyway, that's fine. It's not like something that we really need to use. So let's go ahead and pop that. So there is 6 chance cubes, and we get a chaos ingot. That's really cool. The chaos ingot, have we made one of those yet? What's the recipe? No, we have not made one of these yet. So that's a bunch of infinity ingots that requires palladium crystal, chaotic cores, and chaos catalyst. Wow, so getting a chaos ingot, that is really good. So the uses for this thing is to make the creative energy cell, looks like. Yeah, creative energy cell. We have a few more recipes. Wait, let's go back. So to make one of these creative energy cells, we need like 16 of those. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay, so we are 1/16 of the way to a creative energy cell now, I guess. Yeah, and then this Phoenix down thing, that looks like that's EMC-able. All right, let's move on. What else can we do with that? We can make turbine creative steam generators. That requires 5 of those. My goodness. Okay, next one. We can make a sword of the Kosmos. It has infinity attack damage. That's pretty awesome. I think that just does like the /kill command on anything you poke with this sword. Okay, let's keep going. This one is a creative portable tank, right? So that is 2. Is it just 2? Chaos ingot? No, it's 6 of those. Okay, so 6 chaos ingots into this one. And then finally, we need 4 of those to make a creative compressor. I assume this is for pneumatic craft. Looks like a bunch of pneumatic craft stuff in here. All right, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, this is an expensive item. So I'm very happy that we were able to get one of those from a reward. And we also got one of those chaos catalysts as well. Let's put that away. We put these things all away. Oh my goodness. So is this section done here? Did I claim that? I claimed that. Yes, our Kappa section is now done. So I think we're done all the way to Lambda. This wanted us to make 4 of the chaos cores. Unfortunately, I auto-crafted those, so this did not complete. So I'm going to have to go fight another chaos guardian in order to do that particular one. Then at the very end here, we still have to make some of this infinity armor and go check this stuff out. So we'll probably be looking at that next episode, I would imagine. But guys, I think we're going to wrap it up for today. We got a lot of good stuff done. There is still a lot more in this mod pack. we might be nearing the end of the quest book itself, but there is still those other creative items that we can craft. And like I said, there's the simple achievement book, which we might take a look at and see if we do one or all of the different achievements there. You guys can let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see me do when we get to that point. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.